What do you do with bugs in your house? Try to contain them, and then no, bugs are going to die anyway. So the argument is just kill them as fast as you can. Do a complete job of it. And that's all you can do. I didn't get a few square yards of rainforest is much worse than a factory farming thing. Can you explain more? I'm just saying the biosphere is thick with conscious little organisms. Mice, for example, they fill all the spaces we don't fill. So if we don't pave something and put roads there and do all this stuff and infrastructure, the little living critters will take over and live in it. And they'll add up to many more critters than the critters in the factory farm. So if you take the entire infrastructure that goes around the distribution of the average factory farm, the fact is it would probably be worse if it wasn't a factory farm, if it was covered with rainforest, which was the most densely biologically alive kind of thing you can create. So vegans be in favor of wild habitat destruction. I'm just saying the technical argument is the more things you can kill, yes, the dirtier and stinking we can make this planet, the better. The more plastic islands we have floating in the ocean, the better. But the more dead zones we can make. But I'm just saying, yes, clearly that's ugly. Clearly we're not doing it on purpose. We're not sanitizing the planet on purpose. So those are bad things. But I'm just saying, as a logical argument, yeah, it would kind of be good if they killed all the whales, because then there wouldn't be any whales to kill.
Things like clams or something. It's not very organed. Okay, it doesn't have a very sophisticated brain, and there seems to be little prospect that it can learn. Therefore, reward and punishment doesn't have much meaning to it, and therefore it's not experiencing good and bad days and all of that kind of crap. And so it really doesn't matter if you farm such creatures, like plants, for example. No real prospect that they have any element of consciousness to be concerned with. Vegetarian is 90% of accomplishing the task, and the veganism is just a little extra philosophical statement. Plenty of vegetarians who say, yeah, I don't have to wear leather, I don't have to have leather seats, sure, no problem. But the fact is that we have a bunch of cows that are still being consumed and a lot of hide, and so you're not really stopping the exploitation by not using leather. So it gets to be a complicated issue. And then you could argue the same things with some dairy products, that until you stop making the dairy cattle for the purpose of supplements for baby feeding and all of that kind of stuff, it's going to exist anyway. So would you just throw it out? That would be stupid. You've exploited the animal, harmed the animal. No point in throwing its carcass in the garbage. That's just inefficient. In some sense, I'm making another philosophical statement, which is, well, we should be as efficient as possible in our existence. So besides being a vegetarian, I'm an efficiencyist. And so obviously I would see efficiency in not throwing away suffering, not having something suffer for nothing. Make as much value out of the death as possible. But everybody wants to fight about these little details. And in the bigger picture still, I don't think this solves the problem. Everybody becoming vegan will not in any way, it's just one drop in a substantial body of water where nature's already, the carnage in nature is just obscene.